A fascinating historical mystery is explored through the vanishing of Crassus's legion, a story that has puzzled historians for centuries. The captivating circumstances surrounding their disappearance and the theories attempting to explain it are delved into. The Doom of Crassus, a Roman tragedy. In the year 53 BC, Marcus Licinius Crassus stood at the peak of Roman society. He was the wealthiest man in the Republic, a member of the powerful First Triumvirate alongside Julius Caesar and Pompey the Great. Crassus had everything: money, influence, and a legacy as the man who crushed Spartacus's rebellion. But one thing eluded him: military glory. Crassus wanted to be remembered not just as a financier or a politician, but as a conqueror. And so, against the advice of his peers and without Senate approval, he launched a campaign against the Parthian Empire, a formidable Eastern power known for its cavalry and cunning. The Parthians were no strangers to war. Their elite horse archers and heavily armored cataphracts were unlike anything the Roman legions had faced. But Crassus, blinded by ambition and arrogance, believed his 7 legions, over 40,000 men, could crush them easily. He rejected strategic advice from King Artavasdes II of Armenia, who offered a safer route through the mountains. Instead, Crassus marched his army straight into the Mesopotamian desert, where Parthian general Serena waited. The Battle of Carrhae was a disaster from the start. Roman formations designed for close combat were helpless against the Parthian hit-and-run tactics. Arrows rained down for hours. Roman soldiers, exhausted and confused, could neither advance nor retreat. Crassus's son Publius led a cavalry charge and was killed. Morale collapsed. Crassus, desperate, agreed to meet Serena for peace talks, but the meeting turned into a trap. Crassus was captured and, according to legend, executed by having molten gold poured down his throat, a cruel metaphor for his greed. His death marked the end of the First Triumvirate and one of the most humiliating defeats in Roman history. The Vanishing Act, 10,000 soldiers gone. While 20,000 Roman soldiers were killed at Carrhae, another 10,000 were captured. These weren't stragglers or camp followers. They were trained legionaries, disciplined and battle-hardened. And then they vanished. Roman records go silent. No letters, no reports, no mention in dispatches. It's as if these men were swallowed by the desert. Some historians believe they were taken east by the Parthians, used as border guards in remote regions. Others suggest they escaped and tried to return west, only to perish in the harsh terrain. But the truth is, no one knows. This disappearance is especially strange given Rome's obsession with military records, honor, and vengeance. The loss of legionary standards was considered a national disgrace. Yet these 10,000 men, nearly a full army, left no trace. Why? Was it shame, bureaucratic silence, or something far more mysterious? Beyond the sands, the Silk Road theory. In the mid-20th century, a bold theory emerged. Historian Homer Dubs proposed that the Lost Legion didn't die or assimilate. They marched east across the Silk Road and ended up in China. According to Chinese records from 36 BC, General Chen Tang fought a group of foreign warriors in the Battle of Zhiji near modern-day Kazakhstan. These warriors used a fish scale formation, eerily similar to the Roman testudo, where soldiers locked shields overhead and on all sides. Could these be Crassus's men? Dubs believed so. He pointed to the town of Lichen, pronounced Legion, in western China, where locals had European features, green eyes, tall stature, and Roman-style noses. Archaeological digs uncovered square fortifications and tools resembling Roman engineering. The theory gained traction in China, where Lichen was turned into a Roman-themed tourist attraction. DNA studies showed some genetic markers consistent with Caucasian ancestry, but the evidence remains circumstantial. Skeptics argue that Roman artifacts could have arrived via trade. The Silk Road was a bustling network of merchants, and Roman coins have been found as far east as Korea. The fish scale formation could be a coincidence or a misinterpretation. Still, the idea of Roman soldiers serving as mercenaries for the Han dynasty is tantalizing. It would mean Crassus's defeat led to one of the most extraordinary journeys in military history, 4,000 miles from Rome to China. Other fates: slavery, integration, and oblivion. Not all theories are so romantic. The more likely fate of Crassus's lost legion is grim. Captured soldiers were often enslaved. The Parthians had a practice of relocating prisoners to distant frontiers where escape was nearly impossible. These Romans may have spent the rest of their lives guarding borders, building fortifications, or serving in Parthian armies. Some may have integrated into local society, marrying, converting, and fading into the population. Over generations, their identity would dissolve. Others likely died slowly. The deserts of Iran and Central Asia are unforgiving. Disease, starvation, and tribal skirmishes could have wiped out entire units. Without Roman support or reinforcements, survival was a daily struggle. In this view, the silence in Roman records isn't mysterious, it's bureaucratic. Rome didn't want to remember Carrhae. The shame was too great, the lost standards too painful, the men too far gone. The enduring mystery, what we still don't know. So why does this story still haunt us? Because it's not just about missing soldiers. It's about ambition, failure, and the limits of empire. Crassus's campaign was a monument to hubris. He ignored advice, underestimated his enemy, and paid the ultimate price. His death reshaped Roman politics, paving the way for Caesar's rise and the fall of the Republic. But the fate of his legion remains a historical black hole. Unlike other lost units, these men left no legacy, no monuments, no graves, just questions. Did they reach China? Did they die in silence? Or are their descendants still out there, unaware of the Roman blood in their veins? The mystery endures because it challenges our understanding of history. It reminds us that even the most powerful empires can lose track of their own, that even the most disciplined armies can vanish, that sometimes the desert keeps its secrets, and maybe, just maybe, somewhere beyond the sands, Rome still echoes.